Hi, I'm Megan Peller from the Office of Enterprise Integration, and I'm going to walk you through a quick demonstration of the PMC Readiness Assessment data collection tool. I want to start off with a short little disclaimer that this demonstration, this demo, is only for VISNs and VA medical facilities. If you are another organization within VA that's providing this data, you're going to have to either follow the user guide that was provided, or we will put out another video to help you guys. So if you're a VISN or a medical facility, you should have received an email that looks similar to this with 4 attachments. The first attachment is actually the data collection tool. It's a .zip file. The second attachment is a Word document, and it's the user guide for the data collection tool. The third document is a .csv file. This is an import file. The Business Communication Office actually built some of the first steps for you. They built the org chart and imported all of your functional areas, so save you a little bit of work having this file. And the fourth file is an Excel spreadsheet that outlines all the functional areas that OMB is asking us to collect resource data against along with it. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you come in here is you want to save this .zip file to your computer. For whatever reason, I cannot share the File Explorer with you, so I'm going to stay right here for a second just to explain a couple further steps with you. The first thing you're going to do is save it in this, wherever you navigate to on your computer. And what you're going to get is this .zip file here. You need to extract that .zip file. So you're going to right-click on it and go to Extract All. A little menu should pop up. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but you're going to select Extract All. And once you do that, you're going to get a file folder that looks similar to this. Okay? So I'm going to open this up here, but yours might look a little different because I can't show you this in File Explorer. So you're going to open up the file folder titled PMC Readiness Assessment Data Collection Tool. Then you're going to go to the file called Data Call. And in this file, you actually should have a couple more options here. One of them should be an index application. You're going to want to open that index application in either Chrome, it works best in Chrome, or Internet Explorer. So once you do that, you should come to a screen that looks like this. At this point, you should be able to see, you should be along with me now, seeing what I'm seeing. So it should open up to an organizational chart. Then what we're going to do is go back to the email for a minute, because we need to save this import file as well. So save this import file again to your computer, wherever you want to save it. And then come back into the data collection tool. You want to hit this import button here. You want to choose your file. You might not be able to see this part of my screen. So right now I'm selecting the import facility listings final for 10N file. And it will import 10N's organizational chart. So you can use your mouse navigator to zoom in. You can pull the organizational chart around so you can look closer into your VISN and make sure all your medical facilities are listed. So if you're at the VISN level, if you're at VISN 1, we'll use as an example. If you're at the VISN level, what you're going to want to do is come over here to this side. You'll see all the VISNs laid out. You want to edit VISN 1. Scroll down to the bottom of the screen. You'll see this Edit Details button. I'm going to click that. And at this point, you'll be taken into this Functional Details screen for VISN 1. These are all the functions that OMB is asking us to align resources to. So we'll start with this top one. conduct contract administration, you want to edit. So it's this little green or this little blue pencil, and you'll see 3 different fields up here, one for FTE, one for contract, and one for systems. So these are the resources that we want to align to that function. So to align an FTE, you just want to go over your occupational series, enter whatever occupational series the FTE is, select their GS level, and use this count here to show if you have 2 or 3 or just 1 FTE that aligns to this criteria. And then you want to hit add. Remember, this is all aligning to this conduct contracts administration function. So if you have a contract that also provides support to contracts administration, then you want to enter that data here as well. So you use your contract title, you want to enter your contract number or your PIID number, a short description of the contract, and the total value. So after you do that, you want to hit the add button. Now this contract is also aligned to that function. And lastly, they're asking for systems that align. So we're looking for localized systems that align to help you perform that function. There's no need to align FMS or HR Smart or anything like that, any of those enterprise systems. We are asking that you align VISTA to the functions just because it's highly customizable. So some VISTA modules might align differently to the functions. So once you have aligned all of your resources to these functions, you want to come down here to the bottom of the screen and hit the Save button. At this point, there's this Download Excel button over here. So you want to hit that, and you'll get an Excel download that contains all of the data that you just entered into the system. That is the file that we're asking that you email to the business architecture inbox. Now, there are a couple different ways you can do this. If you have multiple people that are supplying the data and you want to pass the file between people, what you would do is come in here. Let's say you're the person that's going to supply the FTE data. You would come in here, you would fill out all of the FTE data that align to these functions. Then you would come down here, hit the Save button, go over here and export the file. And when you do that, the Excel file will contain the organizational chart data, all of the functional data, those were entered by the Dusham's office, as well as the FTE data that you just entered. So you would enter that, or you download it, then send it to the next person in the workflow, the next person that would be supplying the contractual data, and then they would upload that file instead of the one that you uploaded from the email. I hope that makes sense. And then you can do that again for the system. So you just sort of build on itself. For the medical facilities, they can do this concurrently. There's no reason for them to wait for you guys to fill out at the VISN level for you to fill out your information. The main healthcare system can fill out their data at the same time that VISN 1 is filling out their data. And they'll just send us a separate file. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I know a lot of people have been having a lot of questions. I guess just to hit real quick on one of the questions that I've been getting the most is, what if I have a FTE that performs multiple functions? So our best answer there is you want to align the FTE to their primary function. So if they perform a function just for, 40 hours a year or just 10% of their time, you don't necessarily need to break that FTE down into 0.1. But if they perform two functions equally, like 50% of their time is, let's see, 50% of their time is spent 50% of their time is spent performing budget execution, and 50% of their time is spent performing financial asset information management, then you might want to split that FTE in 0.5 and 0.5. What you don't want to do is double count people. We don't want the numbers to look overinflated or anything like that. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. Anyway, you can always reach back out to us at the business architecture mailbox that was in the email if you have any more questions, okay? Thanks. Bye.